Good afternoon. Welcome to Friday's Inside Look by Brooks. Steve Brooks here. I hope everybody's doing great. I wanted to talk to you about talcum powder. Um, in my house, we grew up with talcum powder. I didn't use it. I saw my dad used to use powder. He would put it in his shoes so his shoes wouldn't smell. And I know that babies, the women put it on babies. And I know that some women use it after they shower. So it was around our house, and our family definitely used it. What's disturbing about talcum powder is there is a lot of research now that is connecting the use of talcum powder to the development of ovarian cancer in women. And this is for women who use ovarian cancer in the genital area. So what happens is they think the talc in the talcum powder, over years and years of use, infiltrates the ovaries, and creates cancer. So the longer you use it, the more chance you have of developing ovarian cancer. There's one study that showed that women who have used talcum powder for several years have a 30% higher chance of developing ovarian cancer. So it's definitely a real risk. And as the science bears out, there's been two routes to these type of cases. The first route is talc itself. Talc itself has been linked to, traveling up to the ovaries and causing cancerous tumors. But the second route is there has been asbestos. Many lawyers across the country believe, and there's science that shows it, that asbestos is found in microscopic portions in baby powder. And so with asbestos, Johnson & Johnson, the main producer of baby powder, has for years denied any connection between either talc or asbestos being, of course there's talc in the baby powder, but they deny the fact that asbestos is in the baby powder. Well, wouldn't you know, in October this year, last month, October 2019, Johnson & Johnson had to recall 33,000 bottles of baby powder because guess what? Guess what they found in it? Asbestos. So this is an ever-evolving litigation. If you or some female in your friend group or family or your church has developed ovarian cancer, you want to talk to them about whether they've ever used Johnson & Johnson baby powder. And then if they have, there can very well be a connection. We are handling these type of cases. So you can get in touch with us, Steve at brookslawgroup.com. And there have been jury verdicts. There have lawyers in California recently went before a jury and against Johnson & Johnson for this very type of case. And a jury of their peers who listened to the evidence awarded $70 million to the plaintiff. There was another case in July of 2018 where there was a verdict on behalf of 22 women who had linked their ovarian cancer to the use of the Johnson & Johnson baby powder. They were awarded $4.7 billion. Now, this is a months-long trial where the jury gets to hear all the evidence, not only from the plaintiff, but the defense. Johnson & Johnson had some very powerful attorneys there. They presented their side of the case, and the jury awarded $4.7 billion. So these cases are out there, and if you have any questions about the talcum powder cases, please feel free to contact us, Steve at brookslawgroup.com. What I want to encourage you to do, though, is to talk to your friend groups, talk to your friends in church, your neighbors, your family, your daughters, your mothers, and find out. And because if they have ovarian cancer and it's linked to the baby powder use, they may be very well deserving of a settlement. So thank you for joining me today. And next week we will be back on November 15th, and that will be our final Friday for Inside Look by Brooks. We are going to be switching to, I believe, Wednesday at 12:30. We just find there's a lot going on in the law firm during the middle of the week, and we want to be able to get that out there to you guys and share it sooner. Thanks again for joining. We will see you next Friday at 3 o'clock for Friday's Inside Look by Brooks.